right? So sometimes we just need to sit back and let them be crazy and watch it. And while we're watching them, I'm not saying don't do anything, by the way. Please don't do. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying it's time to look after your health, look after your well-being. Remember to live a little bit. Remember that you're allowed to have fun, okay? Remember that you don't have to watch every YouTube video from your favorite commentators. If you can't do anything about it right now, maybe you shouldn't be watching it, you know? It's time for us to prepare for when we're going to need to be ready, you know? And that time is, who knows when it is. But if we cannot be afraid of whatever is to come, then it takes, so when you laugh at something, it takes all the fear away, instantly, because it just does. And you guys can use this trick if you like, and I'm nearly finished, by the way, but you guys can use this trick. When I see a bill like that, I honestly imagine the Parliament is a circus. Now, it's similar to a circus because it's got like the seats around, you know, the auditorium, right? And I honestly imagine them with clown makeup on and like big noses and stuff, and they're running around and they're like beating their chests and they're like, look what I just did, look what I just did, oh yeah, you know, I'm so cool. They're just puppets, right? And they're idiots, most of them, and they will follow whatever is popular opinion. Now they think popular opinion is mainstream media, but if over time, and I don't know exactly how to achieve this, but if over time we become the cool kids, right? Like people want to be in the park with us because we're having a good time. If we can become those people en masse, politicians will change. So politics is downstream of culture. Right now they're just following what they think everyone wants them to do. If we can change en masse, and I don't know how to do that, so it's kind of a fairy tale. But so there's like Catherine Austin Fitz. You guys know Catherine Austin Fitz?
Yeah.
She's amazing. She walks the walk. She only spends cash. 40% of her subscribers send in cash in an envelope. I mean, that's a lot of administration. Wow. She's incredible. I spent 3 days with her. She changed my life. But she told me, like, look, there's two paths that we can go on. There's the digital ID enslavement path, or there's the path that we're on right now today. And we've already chosen to be on this path, right? We've probably chosen that we'd probably give up a lot to be on that path, right? We'll live in the bush if we have to. You know, we'll live on that little island there, I don't know. So if we've already chosen, we may as well accept it. And we may as well, instead of being afraid of what's to come, be excited, because look at what happened with COVID. Like, we weren't ready at all. None of us knew each other, you know, and look what we achieved. Imagine next time. Imagine if they brought in a 15-minute city here in Poole. What would you guys do? Would you accept that?
No way.
No. And would you tell everyone else? Like, we would have nothing left to lose at that point. And we've learned so much that everything we would do, if that was to happen, would be so much more effective than it was during COVID. Like, we were total novels during COVID, and now we've got this strength and this passion and these friends. And see, the globalists, they know that when people catch up together, they're more empowered, right? Like, none of us have original ideas, and if you think you do, you're probably arrogant, okay? Because the point is all your ideas come from snippets of other people's opinions and other people's, like, that's why we need to talk to each other. Yeah. That's why I'm doing this tour, because I'm getting snippets of information from everyone, and 2 years down the track, it might snowball into this incredible campaign that changes the world, and I'll never know what the turning point for that idea was. So every time you catch up, even with just 3 people, you're actually protesting against globalism, because they don't want us catching up. So if that empowers you to go to that coffee catch up that you can't be bothered going to, or to go for that walk, or to come here in the morning, if it makes you feel better to imagine that you're sticking it to the man every time, then imagine that, because you absolutely are. So really, there's 2 main things that I just want you to leave, and I know I've rambled on quite a bit, but 2 main things is to keep these groups alive at any cost, and to fake it till you make it. Believe that you are ready, because after you say it to yourself every day for 2 months, I promise you'll actually feel ready. And even if you're not ready physically, you'll start to be ready mentally, which is really half the battle, let's be honest. And then they can't, when you are not in fear, you can't be controlled. And when you have friends who support you, you also can't be controlled. So mentally and support, and you're pretty much done. I mean, you guys have, I've been saying we are ready a lot, and it's a real shame. I had armbands that said we are ready on them, and I lost them at the last event, and someone must have thrown them in the bin because they just disappeared, and like one of the staffers must have stolen them or something. So it's a real shame. But maybe I'll get them and I can send them to you later because I'm going to get some made.
Cool.
But yeah, if you can just keep repeating that. Now I just have a few things to show you. I've got some stickers for you guys. It just says freedom, so you know you can't really go wrong with that. They were supposed to be a bit bigger, but anyway, the concept with this is that I think that we should have a flag that represents the freedom movement globally instead of just the country flag. Do you know what I mean? Because even with the country flag, I don't know about you, with Australia, there's a conflict with the red and the blue, and so there's all these different. But you know, if you just had a white flag with the word freedom on it, no one can really like objectify to that.
It definitely can't be blue and yellow, that's for sure.
No, it has to be white. Yeah. So anyone can go to a flag maker and just make up your own font and get a flag made. I think that would be really, really cool. No one's selling them or anything. I have business cards and I read my own emails. So if you've got a good campaign or you've got an idea or you want to say something to me privately, I read all my emails. So at the moment I do. You know, if the book does too well, then I won't be able to. The other thing is, you guys know what this is?
Faraday bag.
Faraday bag.
Faraday, yeah.
So as soon as you put your phone in this, everything cuts off. So I think
Unusable
it's a really
foil.
good habit to get into, at least to like disconnect from having your phone on all the time. And so the people working for me is a mum and daughter business, and they do everything by hand. And we've come up with some funny slogans. So this one is "Ha ha, you can't hear me now."
Yeah, nice one.
The other one is "Ha ha, where did I go?" And I'm going to do ones that say, now you see me, now you don't. You know, that's just sweet or something. But anyway, if you want one of these, unfortunately the shipping is just extortionist because it's from Australia. But I figured that I'm Australian and I want to support Australian businesses, so it just is what it is. So if you wanted to give me cash for this, I can order it for you. Usually it's not like 20 pounds, including shipping, and I'll get this to you, but it will be like two months. The other thing, okay, I'm nearly finished. Have you guys seen the Keep Cash Alive little printouts?
Yeah, tell them in the cafes over there because they don't accept cash over in Spark.
Oh, well, I guess you just don't.
Over there, or end over there.
We're banned from there anyway.
We do. We're not allowed in.
No?
We were banned 2 years ago.
Strange,
Really?
isn't it?
Yeah. Well, it's
proud.
really good. I've never had a bad
Good.
experience with this. You just so you can print them out at home. You can cut them into 10, so they're really cheap to print. And every time you pay with cash, you give them this little piece of paper. And what I do is I just say, "Oh, this is for you to read in your own time," and I walk away. And I've never had a bad experience. In fact, I've often had really good experiences. So that's on my website, and you can, like I said, it's really easy to print. One more thing. Do you guys know Children's Health Defence?
Yeah,
Yeah.
So
CHF.
I don't know if you know, but they have a European chapter, and a lot of people don't know that, and they think that if they're subscribed to the USA chapter, that they're also subscribed to Europe, but that's not true. And so in Europe, they've got languages for all different, they've got channels for all different languages and stuff, which is like a huge job. Anyway, I'm helping them out. It would help me out and it would help them out if you would like to join the email database. That's it. So I've got a notepad there. So all you'll do is go onto their database, which, you know, if things go down again, in my opinion, Children's Health Defence is the only organisation that has a global, they're global, and they've got the resources, they've got the money, they've got staff, they've got, you know, and I go to their meetings and they're legit. So I'm just going to sit here and give out these free stickers and stuff like that. And yeah, so I guess the lasting message is, are we ready?
We are ready!
Yeah.
And we have to get a group photo, but
Yeah.
if you don't want to be online, don't be in the photo because it will absolutely go online. But I reckon most of you don't care about it.
Yeah.
So I think
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Mum. That's amazing. Thank you so much.
Susie the dog. Could everyone just scour around? We're looking for Susie.
Wake up, little
I'm gonna drive
Susie.
around and up and down the block.
Susie's the huge one.
Yeah, so Simon, can you hold
I
Poole
can't,
while
I
I
don't, yeah, no
go and
problem,
look for?
okay.
If anyone's got a car and wants to help us look for Susie.
Monica is also bringing out a book called Cell 22. It's all about everything that's happened to her then and